Good morning. Please stand with your school community. And if you wish, join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And here's Rain with the announcements.
Good morning, St. Johnsbury Academy. It is Friday, April 10th. It's a green day, and it's also a free variety day. Yay. International students, don't forget, any student wanting to take the May 9th TOEFL must register by 12 p.m. today. See Mrs. McCaffrey in Colby 106 with any questions. Tonight, the SJA dance program will hold its spring performance at 6 p.m. in the Black Box. It is free to attend, and we hope to see you there. Hey, Ireland travelers, we leave in 4 days. See you for our final required trip meeting today at 2:55 p.m. in Miss Smith's classroom. Follow the rainbows and Irish jigs. Don't forget to check out Naviance's scholarship page for the latest scholarship opportunities, including a full ride scholarship from the Vermont Pilots Association to an aspiring aviator, as well as scholarships from the Sons of the American Legion, the Caledonia Maple Association, and the Vermont Golf Association. You might have seen some posters popping up around campus, you know, the ones with bright pink leopard print and pixel fonts. You didn't imagine these. The Just Dance Y2K party is real, and it's today in Streeter Dining Hall right after school. Come help AP Gov raise money for their trip to DC and have a great time. The music is going to be great, and the vibes are going to be impeccable. $2 entry, and the event ends sharply at 4:45. See you there, Hilltoppers, or be so incredibly square. Happy Poetry Month, everybody! Many SJA students and faculty are represented in St. Johnsbury's Poem Town, which includes poems hung all across town in shop windows. Go for a walk and check them out. In support of your continued survival, the NHS Mental Health Committee reports, chickens with red earlobes lay brown eggs, and chickens with white earlobes lay white eggs. If anyone discovers who is responsible for the blue-green eggs, please notify Dr. Howell and respectfully request a school flock. It wouldn't be Friday without Michael's joke of the week. Why doesn't the sun need to go to college? Because it already has 1 million degrees. Happy birthday today to Lily Ross, Mackenzie Jerome, Olivier Kaman, and Peter Lau. Happy birthday tomorrow to Layla McGarvin, and on Sunday to Megan Roy, Liliana Altieri, and Alexander Mitchum. For sports, on Saturday, we have boys lacrosse scrimmage at Oxbow at 4, varsity softball scrimmage at Missisquoi at 10, and varsity and JV girls lacrosse scrimmage home versus U32 at 11 and 12:15, respectively. Have a great day.
Thank you, Rain, and thank you, Michael, for that great joke. So all health classes will meet in South Church today. So ninth graders in health, please go to South Church. So happy Friday, everybody. This morning, we are so fortunate to have a special guest visiting from a country where many of our current students are from Mexico. Fernando Orta is a Mexican entrepreneur, CEO, and proud member of the St. Johnsbury Academy class of 2004. Where he graduated as valedictorian. He later graduated summa cum laude from Dartmouth College with a double major in economics and engineering. After college, he founded Podemos Progresar with his own savings, working out of the back of a van. Today, Podemos is a fast-growing financial tech and microfinance company in Mexico, serving more than 135,000 micro-entrepreneurs and employing over 950 people, helping expand financial access and inclusion for women entrepreneurs. The company has received numerous recognitions, and Fernando, among other awards, has been recognized by EY as Entrepreneur of the Year. Please join me in saying bienvenido a Fernando Orta.
How's everyone doing today? Good? So good to be back here. Feels great to be back here at St. Johnsbury Academy. I want to thank Headmaster Howell and everybody who helped make this visit possible. I have been invited here on what seems like a very regular day to address you, with the hope that all the mistakes and blunders that I've made in my life can somehow be useful to you in your years at St. Johnsbury and beyond. No pressure, right? Tall order. I had not been back to St. Johnsbury for over 20 years, and for a long time I meant to come, but it never quite felt like the right time. 2 days ago, my wife and I finished a 9-day silent meditation retreat about 2 hours from here, and it felt like a great opportunity to finally stop by and say hello. And just to give you some reassurance, my wife is over there, smart, kind, and completely out of my league, so at some point, you must know that I made some right decisions. During those 9 days, I had plenty of time to think about what I wanted to share with you. I did not want to come here and just give you some standard, go chase your dreams speech. Sitting in silence, out in the woods, I kept coming back to one idea that matters enormously for your years here and for the rest of your life. One that is rarely taught outright and you will need again and again, and it's called self-reliance. I want to invite you to see your time here at St. Johnsbury not simply as preparation between college or a job, but as training for one of the most important life skills you can develop, the ability to know yourself well enough to make your own decisions and then to live with the consequences of those decisions. High school is a very special time of life. It sits in that strange and beautiful space between the world that has been mostly chosen for you and the one that you will have to choose for yourself. You're beginning to become yourself, but you're not yet carrying the full weight of every major life decision. Adulthood is different, and I really want you to hear this. The hard part about being an adult is not just making decisions, it's being responsible for the consequences of those decisions. Up to this point, a lot of your life has probably been shaped by parents, teachers, expectations. It comes packaged in very clean categories: right and wrong, black and white, success and failure. But real life is mostly lived in a gray area. You will feel a lot of pressure in the coming years to listen to other people. Everybody will seem to have an opinion about the big questions in your life. What career should you pursue? Who will you marry? Where do you want to live? What kind of family do you want to build? What values do you want to live by? Society loves to hand out answers to these questions because it keeps things simple and orderly. Unfortunately, the most important questions in life are not questions that anybody else can answer for you. You do not need to have all the right answers right now, but I want to invite you to use your time here to start learning how to hear your own. And that is what makes this place so special. St. Johnsbury is not just a fantastic institution, it's also a place where you get to explore, to try, to fail, to learn, and to notice. And that one really matters, notice. We're only a couple of months away from the end of the year. For some of you, that means college is around the corner and one of the biggest transitions of your life is coming fast. For others, it means another year of growing into who you are. But either way, I want to invite you to approach the rest of these months and years a little differently. Use your time here not only to gain knowledge, but to gain self-awareness. Develop the incredibly precious and increasingly rare skill of intuition. Learn to pay attention to your own life where you're living it instead of drifting into one by accident. Let's say you're a science geek, and yeah, that was definitely me. Sign up for a school play. Or if you're someone who's always been known for being a jock, popular, polished, put together, go try something where you're a beginner again. Debate, painting, volunteering, student government, music, anything. The point is not the activity itself. The point is to pay attention to what happens inside of you when you're no longer performing the version of yourself that everybody expects. How did it feel? Did you enjoy it? Did it energize you? Did it drain you? What exactly did you like? What made you uncomfortable? What surprised you? All of this is valuable information. That is how you begin to discover who you are, instead of just inheriting a version of yourself from everybody else's expectations. And if anyone here is thinking, but what's so-and-so gonna say about me? Let me tell you something that took me a really long time to understand. Most of that matters a lot less than you think. It can feel like everybody is watching you, but most people are too busy worrying about themselves to think about you nearly as much as you can imagine. And the few who do go around judging people or try to make others feel small, well, life takes care of that. Call it karma, call it consequences, but in my experience, karma has some pretty good bookkeeping. So do not let fear of judgment run your life. Be kind, be brave enough to try things, to fail, to look a little silly sometimes. That is not weakness, that is how you become your own person. Everything I am saying to you is exactly what I wish someone had told my teenage self. I was able to study here because of the generosity of a scholarship. And the life that I have today, the unconventional decisions that I have made, the risks that I have taken, the life that I have been lucky enough to build, I owe a great deal to the intuition that I began developing during my years here. St. Johnsbury gave me more than an education. It gave me a place to begin developing the intuition and self-reliance that have shaped the most important decisions of my life. The company I started, the mission I choose to pursue, my wife, and the life that we're building together did not come from simply following the script. They came from learning to listen, trust my own experience, and have the courage to choose what felt true even when it was unconventional. That life has required hard work, discipline, courage, and the willingness to stay the course when the unconventional path got hard. And I'm still building it. I am still learning through that process. But this school, your teachers, and your peers can help give you that same foundation if you use your time well. Listen closely. Experiment, get out of your comfort zone, learn to trust your own experience. That is where self-reliance begins. That is also one of the greatest joys of life. And when the time comes to choose who you will become and how you will live, be bold enough to follow your heart. The life you want will not be handed to you. You will have to notice it, to choose it, and to build it. Thank you very much, and very best of all of you in your journeys here. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for that message and for coming back to St. Johnsbury Academy and showing us how far you can go and what a wonderful person you can become. Let's have a great Friday and a great weekend, everyone. Faculty.